available. She's
Okay. Masters in Biochemistry, Faculty of Pharmacy. Hello.
Hi, I'm Dr. Soha Osama.
Okay. So I am fine. So I repeat, welcome, Dr. Soha Asmania Hussain. Dr. Soha has completed a PhD from Al Azhar University 2014 and completed her master's in biochemistry, the Faculty of Pharmacy from Al Azhar University 2010. She is working as an assistant professor in Modern University for Technology and Information and Faculty of Pharmacy in the Department of Biochemistry. Her research interest includes experimental and clinical biochemistry, nutrition, my subject, and molecular biochemistry. The topic of her discussion today and presentation is a comparative study on the effect of EGCG and wheatgrass together, with mental and physical activities against induction of Alzheimer's disease in both isolated and socialized rats. Welcome once again to the platform of Confrontiers Coverage Connect and Convene, Dr. Soha. Over to you.
Okay, hi, thank you. I need to share my presentation or
Would you like to share your presentation yourself?
Okay, now please put it on hold because I'm not opening right now.
okay.
Okay.
Dr. Soha, can you share your PPT?
Hello? Yes.
Do you want us to share your PPT?
You might be adjusting, because many a times it takes tricks to do it.
Yeah.
I arranged everything, then it said, besides that, it was 2 gaps. Say something, Dr. Soha, so that we feel that you are connected with us.
Yes, I'm with you. I will bring my presentation to share it. Okay. Or,
yeah, it's okay.
Because I have sent it on before, so I
Yeah.
thought it will be with you.
We have the PPT with me.
So okay. I will reopen it.
Click on the arrow of share, and then when you see your PPT on right below, you will find another button calling as share.
Okay. Share. Share screen. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Good.
Window close. I will share again because it was closed. So is it clear for you now?
Yes. Please, it is on the side.
Okay, can I start?
Can you do it on the, yes, yes. Click on that. Click on the slideshow, right. Now it is correctly visible.
Okay. Good afternoon or good morning. I don't know where. I know we are multinational. How are you all? My
Okay,
name is Soha
no issue.
Osama. I am assistant lecturer. Okay. Could you hear me? I'm assistant professor in the Faculty of Pharmacy at MTI University. Today I'm talking about Alzheimer's disease and the effect of some natural products like CG, which is galette. Galette is one of the natural products that predominant in garlic and wheatgrass. And it is a comparative study. It is also an experimental study. For it's done in rats and comparing also between the effect of isolation and socialization on Alzheimer's disease. So it has two sides. This study has two sides to it. Okay. First, I will talk about the Alzheimer. Of course, we have talked a lot about it. This is a cognitive disease that affects the memory. It's done by the neural death or nervous cell death of the brain. But by the end of the disease, the brain will be trained and lose its function. Mainly, the part of the brain that is affected by the Alzheimer is the cortex, especially the hippocampus, which is responsible for making new memories. So, Alzheimer, we can diagnose it by the presence of two main characteristics: the presence of plaques and the presence of tangles. The plaques is formation or deposition of a substance called beta amyloid. This substance is a protein that is accumulated in between the nervous cells outside of the nerve, while the tangles is formed due to the accumulation of another protein that called tau, which is present inside the nervous cell itself. We have 7 stages for Alzheimer. First one, have no implement or no normal cell function or normal memory function or normal cognitive function. The other one is mild decline in cognitive function. Third is mild cognitive impairment and cognitive function. The fourth is moderate, while the fifth is moderately severe, and the seventh is the very severe Alzheimer's disease. We have, in this picture, we have a comparison between the nervous cells in normal, as we see it's pure without any deposits, while the other one on the right is the Alzheimer nervous cell. We can see the green spots. This one is the amyloid plaques, which is outside the nervous cell, while the tangles, the tau, which is present inside the nervous cell, this is the tangles, tau tangles. The pathogenesis of Alzheimer's disease, there is a beta amyloid protein by which when inhibited, the beta amyloid protein accumulated. When aggregated, as the increase in beta amyloid will lead to increased aggregation and oxidative stress and decrease in amyloid clearance. By the end of this process, all of this lead to Alzheimer's disease pathogenesis. In rat model, we have induction of the Alzheimer by aluminum chloride. This is the aluminum mimics the Alzheimer effect by having side effects like affecting the cognitive memory function of the rats. That's why we use aluminum as induction model for Alzheimer. Aluminum is a neurotoxic substance. Also, the aluminum present in many things in our lives, like antacid, antiaspirant, cooking utilities, and also may be contaminated in our drinking waters. So it's not. It's already a substance that present in our environment and affect our nervous system. Okay, as I told you before, we have two sides in our model. We have effect of natural product and effect of socialization and isolation in the animal. We found that social isolated models have more cognitive decline in Alzheimer model than our socially our non-social isolated model. Okay, so we have also mental and physical isolation, and we have the one model is mental and physical isolation, and the other model is non-isolated, and we measure this by swim tests for the rats and reversal learning model, which is Y-maze model. Okay. There is, as I told you before, that EGCG is one of the gallic acid compounds it have already a clear relationship in neuroprotective effect and decrease the risk of age-associated neurological dysfunction in Alzheimer patients. But in our study, we added also a green grass for seeing the combination effect. One of the mechanisms that gallic acid work is that it's a scavenger for free radical due to the oxidative stress. So it can prevent oxidative stress and also protect against the Alzheimer progression. Green grass refers to young grass that common in wheat. Wheat grass is an excellent source of minerals like calcium and cobalt and iron and phosphorus and sulfur and zinc and potassium. Also, it have antioxidants like A, B, C, E. So also, it's well known that antioxidants work such as SOD and cytochrome oxidate. This will have antioxidant effect and protect against the oxidative stress of the Alzheimer model. So both of them have both of gallate and wheatgrass have neuroprotective effect by regulation of cellular homeostasis against working against oxidative stress. Okay, the aim of the work is using the combination of AGCG and wheatgrass together with mental and physical activities of Alzheimer animal model, and compare the effect of each of them and the combination of them on the cognitive function of the rats. So the design, we use an animal model rats, which by induction of aluminum hydroxide. Okay. We use other rats. We have a control rate with socialized and non-socialized or isolated model. So we have two control groups. One is isolated and the other is socialized. Also, we have Alzheimer model, which is socialized with either physical or mental socialization, and Alzheimer model without socialization or isolated mentally and physically. So as also we have Alzheimer group socialized with physically and mentally with wheatgrass and EGCG. Also, we have control isolated with physical and mental and wheatgrass and EGCG. So we have groups that contain, one of them is isolated and the other one is socialized. Each group contain control or having wheatgrass and gallic acid, or wheatgrass alone or gallic acid alone. This is mainly. Experimental procedure. We have our the experiments were done in 4 weeks. Each week we have measured the behavioral test and the physical and mental activity, which is swimming test and Y maze test. Biochemical analysis of brain tissue homogenate. We have to measure, of course, beta amyloid, acetylcholine esterase, and also serotonin and inflammatory marker like TNF and interleukin 1B, oxidative parameter like SOD, total activity capacity, and MDA. Brain derivative neurotrophic factor BDNF also was measured for all groups. Also, we have done histopathological changes, histopathological examination for the brain of all groups. The result, for result, we have noticed a very good effect of the combination of both gallic acid and wheatgrass. The combination with the best result in socialized, but also it had a good result in isolated group. The combination have better effect than using each one alone. So the combination have a beneficial effect of using both wheatgrass and gallic acid. The combination was better. This was very apparent in both in cognitive and histopathological and biochemical results. Okay. As a conclusion, the GCG or the gallate and the wheatgrass together with mental and physical activity can protect against neural degradation associated with the development of Alzheimer, especially in socially isolated conditions than mental and physical activity. The recommendation to prevent Alzheimer social activity is important for the patient. Using green wheat and source of gallate is good for patients with Alzheimer. Also, this finding need the further experiment to determine the most suitable dose for the patient. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Soha. Anyone
Thank
has
you.
a question? Please click to exit the